Melanie Martinez would release her debut album Cry Baby, which would skyrocket to rank number 6 on the US Billboard's Album 200 and go on to become certified platinum. Or Melanie would amass a following of over 5.8 million subscribers and another 5.1 million over on Instagram at the time of this recording. Before Melanie would become The Voice's biggest success story following her participation on season 3, even though she was eliminated in week 5.
Ever since I was little, I would always make fun of my gap. And I can't, I still, to this day, I'm still like, it's like a habit to like kind of talk like this.
Before Melanie Martinez would face allegations of rape from female friend and singer Timothy Heller.
I've kept the secret for years, convincing myself that it wasn't a big deal and I wasn't hurt by it. The thought of accepting that my best friend raped me seems insane.
Melanie Martinez had her breakout year in 2016, but her name was catapulted into the spotlight in December of 2017 following these allegations. Despite this current controversy, Melanie is a seriously talented artist who has built up an extremely loyal fan base and wowed the world with her music and her performance. Growing up at Generation Selfie, she's been fine-tuning her craft for years, pumping out originals and covers via YouTube. It was her performance on The Voice which would allow her to reach a massive audience in the millions, but she still had to go at it on her own for a few years, writing, recording, and releasing her own work. What I find most fascinating about her artistry is how she takes inspiration from popular films. I'm talking Edward Scissorhands, Alice, and even her hairstyle that was inspired by Cruella de Vil.
I live for furs. I worship furs.
I'm just noticing it now, but it appears that Cruella de Vil was also a fan of smoking some green stuff. I guess you learn something new every day. What's going on, guys? My name's Michael McCrudden, documenting the life and career of Melanie Martinez prior to fame, here for you on Before They're Famous. In the past, I've done similar videos on Poppy, BB Rexa, and Camila Cabello. Although I did call her Cabello. Damn it, McCrudden, pull your shit together. Let me know, as always, who you want me to document next. You can find me on Instagram or Twitter. Now let's get into this bio. Melanie Adele Martinez was born on April 28, 1995 in Astoria, Queens to parents Jose and Melanie, who were of Dominican and Puerto Rican descent. After turning 4, she settled with her parents in Baldwin, New York. She has a younger brother named Joseph. Melanie told Vogue, "I have a great family life and my parents are super supportive of everything that I want to do, and I'm grateful for that." Growing up, her favorite artists included Shakira, Britney Spears, The Beatles, Biggie Smalls, and Christina Aguilera, which she would listen to on the radio. Her talent as a singer with a great vocal range was obvious when she was very young, so her parents decided to put her into some singing lessons before she even went to school. She attended Plaza Elementary School, where she was given singing lessons by her music teacher, Mrs. Nadine, and began writing poetry when she was only in kindergarten. Apart from singing, Martinez also loved photography and painting, and often used it as a means to express her emotions in her childhood. She was also known to be extremely emotional as a child. Her classmates used to call her Crybaby, as she was also the victim of bullying.
I was always like not the ugly duckling, but the one that didn't look like everybody else and stuff.
She later attended Baldwin High School, and as she grew older, her passion and talent for the arts continued to blossom. When she visited The Voice, she already had a full collection of photography work ready to show the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's a real artist over here. Where does she get all this?
It's just a gift.
Really? I mean,
and
it's
I'm very
remarkable.
blessed with
It's
it, yeah.
remarkable talent.
Her main passion and favorite form of expression continued to be music. She taught herself to play the guitar and won the Baldwin singing competition in high school. Dabbing on them haters. It was back in 2007 when she first opened up her YouTube channel. Sadly, most of the old videos have been deleted, but thanks to the internet, a few people decided to do a re-upload.
That's deep down in your heart. I'm breathing through your lungs. Wanna spend this time apart. While your lungs get filled with all the smoke you breathe.
At 16, after watching 101 Dalmatians, well, Melanie decided to dye half of her hair blonde, just so she could look like Cruella de Vil.
Just sitting here all alone. Meanwhile,
by now, her musical influences were starting to evolve, and she would cite Neutral Milk Hotel, Feist, Kimbra, Zooey Deschanel, Regina Spektor, and Coco Rosie as major influences of hers. One has to assume that Lana Del Rey would also make it onto her list. Spending years honing her craft at home, Melanie decided in 2012 that she would participate in the MSG Varsity Talent Show while in her junior year of high school.
But your loving don't pay my bills. Now give me money. That's what I want.
She cleared the first round but was shockingly eliminated in the second. Her next big audition would be on the third season of The Voice. Melanie recalls that while she and her mother were driving to the audition, her mother's car broke down and they had to hail a taxi to get there on time. Despite the extra stress, she passed the audition process and was made a contestant on the show. This season of The Voice was judged by Blake Shelton, Adam Levine, CeeLo Green, and Christina Aguilera. Melanie decided to sing Britney Spears' Toxic for the audition round and received 3 chair turns from Blake, Adam, and CeeLo. I suppose it was her choice of artist to cover that didn't win over Christina Aguilera, right? With the ball in her court, Melanie chose Adam Levine as her coach and moved on to the battle rounds.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Adam.
Although she was now a star on television, even starting a trend where teens would dye their hair 2 different colors to look like her, well, back at school she was receiving even more criticism and far more bullying from her peers. On the show, she battled against Caitlin Michelle in the second round with Ellie Goulding's song Lights and was selected by Adam to move on to the knockout round, for which she sang LaRue's Bulletproof. She cleared the third round and entered the live shows. She was supported by public votes for her song Seven Nation Army and Too Close, which finished at the number 10 and number 6 position on the iTunes respectively, and went on to pass 5 rounds to finally be eliminated in the 6th week of the live shows.
Remind myself that it's definitely not the end, and yeah, I'm excited. That's perfect word for what I am right now.
After the show, Melanie got back to work writing original material throughout the majority of 2013. She released her debut single, Dollhouse, on February 9, 2014, which came complete with a fan-funded produced video via her Indigo page. Her friends did her hair, makeup, and filmed the video, and the set was based on a dollhouse that Melanie had designed and furnished herself. That video has been viewed on YouTube over 160 million times at the time of this recording. On April 7, 2014, Melanie was signed to Atlantic Records and announced that she would be going on tour. She released her debut EP, Dollhouse, on May 19, 2014, and Melanie's single from the EP, Carousel, was also certified gold by the RIAA. On top of this, it was also featured in a preview for Fox's miniseries, American Horror Story Freak Show.
We're always this close, almost.
On June 1st, 2015, Melanie released the single Pity Party, which was also certified gold by the RIAA. The album debuted at number 6 on the Billboard 200, and at the time of this recording, it's been certified platinum. During all the success, it was in June of 2015 that Timothy Heller claims that a sexual assault took place. Timothy was going through a rough patch in her personal life and stayed over at Melanie's place. The two had a sleepover during which Timothy claims Melanie sexually assaulted her. Now, this all played out recently via Twitter, with Melanie responding to the accusations, saying that she was horrified and saddened, and that Heller, well, she never said no to any of her actions. Now, most recently, Melanie's expressed her wishes to produce a film telling the story of each song from her second album, Crybaby's Extra Clutter. She said, "I'm currently writing a film. I'm gonna spend the year working on it, directing, shooting, makeup, and everything, so it's a lot of work." So perhaps you can look forward to that. However all these allegations play out, I'm certain it will serve as inspiration for Melanie's future work. That's really the most positive thing I could think in regards to this whole situation. As for the rest of the story, well, that's pretty much it, because this is Before They're Famous. My name is Michael McCrudden, and we make all sorts of celebrity bios here for you on this channel. You guys requested this one, so be sure to let me know who you want me to document next in the comments down below. I'll see you guys in another video. Go!
It's my party and I'm crying for one too.
Before They're Famous.
Where are your butterflies going to be when you go on our stage?
Oh my god.
Are they going to be like this, flying away?
You cheeky bastard.